Hello, everyone, and happy Friday. I hope everybody's having a good day. Yes, I know I said we wouldn't have a show tonight, but you know what? Shoot's given ended early, so we're back to our regularly scheduled program. And welcome to the Joe Monroe Show. I am your host, Joe Monroe, and here with me is, well, I guess my two co-hosts tonight, the one and only Hall of Famer, Professor Bear, and someone who hasn't been on the show in a while, Rusty. Rusty, thank you.
Howdy.
Thank you for coming out of your cave for once. It's good to see you again.
You're very welcome, man. I appreciate it.
Now, gentlemen, I don't know what we're going to talk about tonight. I don't have a subject, so we're just going to sit and we're going to talk just wrestling. I don't care. One thing I will say, and Bear gave me kudos on it earlier, the history of pro wrestling is officially back. I think that is safe to say. I'm actually on YouTube right now. Folks who are on YouTube Live, almost 790 views, 789 views for last week's episode, 24 views for the recent upload today, which is where we talked about Mid-Atlantic Wrestling this week.
One of my favorite promotions.
Of course it was. It was basically NWA. That's all it was.
Yep. And then when Ole sold Georgia Championship Wrestling, that was pivotal.
Yeah, that was pivotal. And honestly, I think with I noticed something today, and I didn't discuss this on the history. If you notice, like around start like 83, 82, 83, the Mid-Atlantic title started taking kind of a back seat.
Yep.
I've seen that, and I was because it was in the opening match and the tag match, and I was like, "Hang on, that's the Mid-Atlantic title. That's a title I actually got to see up front because I got to meet the Crockett's whenever they brought the Crockett Cup back in 2019.
Oh,
yeah, I got to hold that belt. I didn't take pictures like an idiot. I donated money to the Crockett Foundation, and the professor RKY was there. My manager, he goes, "You going to hold the belt? Take a picture with it?" I was like, I don't feel worthy enough, man. I really don't. And honestly, that's one of my favorite title designs. I don't have a replica. I would love to have it. But I kind of thought about it. I was like, you know what? This is one thing that kind of irritates me a little bit about the NWA. You build these territories up. And don't get me wrong. The NWA World Heavyweight Championship is as prestige as you can get. Barry, you recently just interviewed the current champion not too long ago. But if the Mid-Atlantic title starts taking the back seat, kind of like the Intercontinental title, what was the point of building it up like a world title or a heavyweight title like it did? I mean, for crying out loud, Jack Briscoe held it, who was a former NWA World Champion. Roddy Piper, this is one of his very few heavyweight titles that he won. Actually, I think he won it from Jack Briscoe, now that I'm thinking about it.
yeah.
Is this the same title that looks like an AEW national title?
No, that's the TV title.
No, actually, it is both of them. Well, no, I'm thinking of the original national. You're right. The Mid-Atlantic had no similarity.
Not much. Oh, what is going on, CZ? Get to feeling better, buddy. I know those wizard flus are hectic this time of year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, they are. But you know that brings the question. You know, if the territory system is coming back, which I guess you can say in the independent scene, kind of, sort of is. Do you think the NWA should have heavyweight titles? We'll use Mid-Atlantic as an example. Take a back seat to their title.
I think I like the concept of it, and because you can't have the world champion in your territory all the time, so you're going to need something to be the placeholder for the top title for all your regional guys to fight for. Plus, once you get that title, because it's a twofold. One, you're going to be the champion of that area. Mm-hmm. And then plus, you'll be a top contender for the world title. Me personally, and it's probably just because I grew up in that, I liked it. Like the U.S. title was always the number one contender for
Right.
the world title. Now, the U.S. champion may not go for the world title because he had defenses, but it seemed like pretty much any time at Starcade or around that time, they gave him a championship match. And I like that because okay, say you're a contender and you get beat by the champion. The champion like you already had your shot. I'm not giving you another one. Well,
Right.
this you got another way of going for a title. Hey, I'm the U.S. champion now. You have to give me a title shot.
All right. Which is WWF adopted that with the Intercontinental title later on. Same concept. But yeah, go ahead, Rusty.
So with the NWA World Title, I know here in Texas, just east of Dallas, we have an NWA that runs shows,
Right.
and I know over where Bear's at, there's an NWA, correct?
Correct.
So is that world champion going between all these different NWAs that are in different states, or is there one for each individual state?
Nope. Going back to the territories concept.
Yeah, so basically the world champion will go to different territories and defend. Not and just depending on how the territory is generally the champion. If it is generally the champion that gets a shot,
Yep.
unless maybe the champion say is the heel and the NWA champion is the heel, they will probably look to find the top baby face to go after, get a title shot.
Yep.
Because I know they used to have the NWA champion on what they call NWA Power, but I think that still goes on, still films down in Georgia, right?
Down in Florida, but yeah, it's still going on.
Florida. Now with that NWA here that's just east of Dallas, would that guy come from Florida to Dallas to defend his title?
Yep.
Okay.
They went back to the traveling champion. They will go anywhere around the world to defend the NWA title.
And all these territories are not owned by Billy Corgan. They're owned by different people, correct? But they're still under the NWA banner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I stated earlier, the territory system is kind of sort of making a comeback.
And here's a fun fact that I don't think a lot of people know. It actually, because we generally think of the NWA and their territory system, but there's a few different territory systems out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh shoot, of course I won't think of it right off the top of my head.
Triple Crown and UCW, where I'm at, they kind of sort of have a territory around here.
Right, and that's I think it's AIF.
AIWF.
Thank you. They have a territory system. They have a South. They have the Midwest.
Pacific.
I think they have the North. They have a few different ones. I know. Matter of fact, coming in February, I will be talking to the owner of the territories and finding out what got him in thinking of doing it and everything.
You're going to be talking to. Oh, I know Matt.
Ron. No,
Ron.
Rick. It's Rick. Rick something. I'm bad with names, so if you're watching,
yeah, sorry,
blame it on my brain because I'm bad at it. I keep all the wrestling knowledge in people's names and stuff. Who cares?
I will rule you. Falling out of the treehouse one too many times.
Yeah, a little bit. Man, hey, that honey is worth it.
It's worth it. But yeah, like I love how. Like it still surprises me, especially with the Smoky Mountain. We'll talk about Smoky in a minute. Like how that episode done, dude, or is doing still. It's like, wow, okay, people still love Smoky Mountain Wrestling. And like I said, and like Brock's Boulder, he's trying to do it too. I would love to do an actual full-on documentary on Smoky Mountain Wrestling before Vice hurries up and does it. But, but, but yeah, like that just shows like the classic wrestling, like psychologically driven and people actually investing into the product, which I think is missing with mainstream wrestling. I think we all can agree with that because they can't stick to a storyline worth a shoot. I'm trying not to. I'm sorry, but
I think they do. It's just not to the extreme like we like it. And
yeah.
And one thing I was watching the show recently, and they were talking about how to hook the fans into investing, and that, to me, that's no matter what you do, if you can have great wrestling and make it driven where the fans care, everything else falls in place.
Right. I mean, for example, nobody wants to see this, but everybody wants to see this, the CZ Inferno.
Exactly.
I mean, that night and day. That's all it is.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, I mean, I would pay to see this. But sorry, I had to pick on him there for a moment. But I get what you're talking about. It's emotional investment, and thanks to TKO, it's about to be, I guess, financial investment because of how expensive they're making it. Not the average wrestling fan can watch wrestling anymore. Actually, you know what? You can go to an independent show. It's just as good as what's on TV.
The funny thing to me, and I'll be the first to admit, I complain and bitch and all that about different wrestling aspects of wrestling, but the thing that really makes me, someone asked me why I do what I do, and it's for the love of it. I love the history. I love telling people who don't know where it came from, and from luckily the great memories I have and doing research and stuff is really it's still fun for me, even though I know the backstage and different things. With all that being said, I enjoy it. I can go to, I was at a wrestling event, was it 2 weeks ago? And I just sat there and enjoyed it. I didn't care about the politics. I didn't care about nothing else. I enjoyed the action. And sometimes to be able to cut your brain off and to just enjoy something.
I think that's what's missing. Like, people, I don't know what it is, man. Like, some people enjoy wrestling in general, but I mostly see it with the independent thing since I'm, back traveling with independent company. I'm seeing it a lot more now. People just sitting back and just tuning off for a little bit. And that's what I love about wrestling. You get to have that enjoyment for about a couple of hours. Forget about the real world for a little bit. Let's see what's going on in the wrestling world, because it's crazier than the real world, or just as crazy in the real world. But here's the thing. This is something we discussed on Shoots Giving just about an hour ago. Somebody argued with me, wrestling's not for everybody. They hate when I say that. I'm like, well, hold on. I'm not saying in-ring is for everybody. I'm saying wrestling as a whole is for everybody. There's different roles that take place. Fan perspective, production perspective, in-ring perspective. Wrestling as a whole, everybody has a place for it. Most important thing is sitting across the other side of that barricade, sitting there and shutting up and enjoying it.
And then you catch a little kid sitting next to you asking mom or dad questions, and they say, "Oh, I don't know." Then you say, "Hey, can Can I answer your question? And you're just spreading your knowledge.
Right.
Yeah, I guess that's why I try to do something a little bit different than most podcasters. I I try to give light to everybody that's in the business because a lot of times as fans we don't think about that guy that's running the production truck or coming up with the camera angles. We definitely don't think about the concession people and the people taking the photographs and the referees. Man, it's so much that wrestling encumbers, like you said, Joe. And I want to let people enjoy themselves and have that their 10 minutes of fame to let them know, hey, maybe everybody else hadn't thought about it. I'm thinking about it and I want to thank you. We all do. A lot of times you just need someone to say something.
Right.
Yeah, you need to ask them, say, why'd you pick to be a referee but not an in-ring talent? Take me through your thoughts on that.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah, and then some are ex-wrestlers who's gotten hurt or just it's a little bit too rough for me. Like you said, there's different journeys to where a person is at, and it can be so amazing. And plus, too, you'll be surprised on the stories you can get from people who are there that you didn't know was there, or how deep they are in wrestling.
Yeah, you never know. Like I ran into Jackie Crockett one. It was actually at that same venue, at Crockett Cup. He was just sitting there, and I was like, "Holy crap, that's Jackie Crockett!" My friend goes, "Who?" It's like Jack, for real. And I have his book that because I met him at a meet and greet. I'm like, he's just sitting here by himself. And I said, "Mr. Crockett," and he goes, "Hey, how can I help you?" Talked to him for a good 30 minutes, just talking about photography and wrestling. I was like, why'd you? He goes, "Well, I did interviews and stuff like that." He goes, "But photography was always my favorite."
see, it's kind of like the story with that WWE referee, Jessica Carr. She trained to be a wrestler. It didn't work out. So she went to be a referee, which she's really good at. Now I got a feeling she's going to be stepping back in the ring versus Becky here pretty soon.
Well, and a lot of people don't know she's wrestling now and involved under a mask.
And she's really good.
So she's really good. I mean, like Gia Miller on TNA. I didn't know she was trained to be a wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she comes out with that dark psycho thingy, and I said, she's not bad.
But that's the thing. You never know who you're going to run into, though. like, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing pretty good, man. How about you? Pretty good, man. And you just bring up wrestling, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I know about that. How do you know?" Well, let me tell you my story.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, like you said, you just never know who you meet and who they know.
Exactly. You just never know. Like it's the worst thing I hate about that though, where people try to discredit another person. Like here recently, there was a guy who was doing a documentary on Appalachia, and there was this gentleman who had a bunch of belts. Mind you, they were, replica belts like what I have behind me. But I remember him wrestling in Jellicoe, like Jack, and people were like, "Oh, I've never heard of him before. He's not a real wrestler." I'm like, "Well, hold on, time out. He may not have wrestled in the bigger, even in the bigger independent promotions, but the guy did wrestle for like smaller Appalachian town, wrestling companies, and to me that still counts. That's his history. I mean, whether you like it or not, that's part of wrestling history, and that's what kind of kills me a little bit. People trying to destroy somebody else's history. Like the only exception to that is if someone's just being like we'll use what's his name? Billy Jack. Start a company in Oregon. That I can kind of see getting the bypass. Like, okay, we still need to learn from it because there's been a lot of mistakes with that, but we don't need to bring it up as often. You get what I'm trying to say.
Right.
But
Yeah.
But if there was like a little, even if it's like, for the small Appalachian town companies that we see, or as people want to put like mud shows, whatever,
Right.
To that's still, that's history.
Exactly. And and going off what you said, how can you discount someone else's history just because it may not be as big as you think it should be? I mean, easily people could say the same thing about my podcast. I don't draw that many viewers, but I touch people. Well, not that touch. But
be specific here, Bear. We don't want
to. Oh man, I ran Rusty off the camera.
No, I'm still here.
No, I mean people enjoy my podcast, and it's as much as I think to myself, well, I don't matter. When I go to the shows and people like, hey, Professor Bear, how you doing? I love your show. Man, that means a lot to me. And it's so easy to
told you so. Sorry. Told you so. What?
I mean, it's just like that girl when you came to Texas and visited, never been to Texas before. Oh, I need to meet Professor Bear.
Yeah. And it's amazing. It's fun. It's and I would be lying if I didn't say it's been a couple of times I was just going to give up. I just was done. And I thought to myself, man, there are people out there that would love to hear my version of history.
Yep.
They like what I bring up. Maybe they're now fans of a wrestler I had on the show that they would have never knew anything about if it wasn't for my podcast. So when I feel tired and want to give up, I always think of, and as cheesy as it sounds, I think of my fans, and it gives me energy and peps me up. I mean, come the new year, I'm going to be on 2-3 times a day for 2 months straight.
I thought you was going to say because of John Cena there for a moment, because John Cena never gives up. But thank God you didn't.
Well, he gave up now. He gave up that money to Rock did. So,
but you know what? I get what you're saying, man. But yeah, it's. I told you so. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't want to get like religious here, but here recently, our pastor at our church says when you meet people, make sure they know your story.
Yes.
Of how you became a Christian and accepted Jesus, stuff like that. Same thing with wrestling. When you meet people, make sure they know your story.
Rusty spread the gospel of professional wrestling. That's why you're on the road. Okay. He's a door-to-door wrestling Bible salesman. That's his job.
No, I'm not a Bible salesman. I'll give it for free.
There you go.
You know what? Speaking of that, there is a good book. I don't know if you got it. Not that good book, but transition. There is a good book on Amazon that I want to bring up. I'm trying to get a picture of it here.
I bet you I know what you're about to bring up.
You know what I'm about to bring up?
Yes.
Because this guy just met him on.
I don't read books, so I don't know.
Audiobooks count, so it's okay, buddy.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm about to start doing.
Audiobook?
Yes.
My wife will argue and argue and argue. So let me tell you how big of a beast my wife is. And I'm not talking about Brock Lesnar beast. She will listen to a book and read a book at the same time. She listens and reads at the same time. She's way too smart for me, you guys. I'm telling you that. Way too smart for me.
I mean, I can tell by the videos y'all posted about the book and the movies. So
yeah, I'm the movie lover. She's the book lover. Let's see. It's like I tell people we're kind of like a tag team. She's the Robert. I'm the Robert Gibson. She's the Ricky Morton.
Oh yeah.
But let me get this picture here. Let me go ahead and save this screenshot real quick because I just took a quick screenshot. Let me upload it here to the show. But Rusty, tell the people, where have you been, dude?
man, I just been working. I mean, that's my problem. My job has been so busy.
Selling those
and
it's
just
Time of the year.
I've been having to put TV in so people can watch wrestling. No, but yeah, we've just been busy. Just, I mean, my daughter's 20 years old and just she's out running around now, and just I've just been busy. And then like I said before the show, I've been popping in and out another show promoting WSN and getting Bear out there and trying to getting guys on his show for January. And because I noticed our YouTube views was like 3.41 K, so I've been trying to get more people to subscribe to that. So as things are getting uploaded, I'm trying to get that up to 3,500 YouTube subscriptions.
Well,
so I've been behind the scenes pumping out WSN to other people.
So he's been stealing people's ideas again. I'm kidding, Rusty. I'm kidding. All right, so here it is right here. Why We Love Professional Wrestling, an Internal Love Affair with Sports Entertainment. It's by my good friend, Nathaniel Wright, a.k.a. The Country Nerd on TikTok. Go check him out. It is actually a very, very well put together book. I was able to read a little bit, and I'm actually going to get it. So yeah, it's nice. It's weird who you run into on TikTok. But
I know.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, I wrote a book. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I was like, I don't believe this guy. Then it came out. I was like, oh, he actually did write a book. Holy crap. Well, I'll check that out.
The best thing about, and I'm not a big TikTok guy. I've recently started trying to do more on TikTok. But one of the things that I ran into that I really enjoy is people seem more open to work together and to promote each other's stuff. And it's just amazing.
Yeah, the wrestling TikTok community is crazy.
Yeah.
And so is the Facebook. Facebook is not as crazy as it was because of, the strict regulations Facebook has been putting down. But TikTok and YouTube, oh my gosh, definitely. Like where was I last month around this time? Maybe 250. Now I'm up 330 subs. Yeah, you want to thank freaking Mike D, King of the 313 there, or King of the YouTube, as we should say.
Yes, sir.
Man, but yeah.
Now, is this the new YouTube channel or the same old one?
No, it's the same one. Nice try, Rusty.
Okay.
Nice try. I see what you said there. I'm trying to stir the pot here.
No.
Stir the pot, yeah. But
you just said, yeah, it's the new one, man. Everybody jumped on immediately. Try to pump it up for you.
Well, it's not my fault. A couple of jackwagons said I was impersonating myself, and I had to restart the Facebook page. Okay.
So, but you know what? Sometimes it's good that you have to take a step back and move way forward.
Yeah, because honestly, that still shocks me. Like, we're almost at 300 followers already on Facebook, and I'm like, dang, I haven't even had this open but a month.
Exactly, and again, you never know. I will say this: the first time I met Brady, me and him had a conversation, and he told me, he said, one day, out the blue, for whatever reason, it's gonna pop, and you're gonna see that you're just having people and your numbers are bigger and you're not going to realize what you did to get that. And I've ran into that so many times now. It's like,
Yeah, you're just like, how did that happen?
yeah.
It's kind of like when my wife woke up after we got married.
So if they wind up doing it again, just rebrand it and put the Joe Monroe Learning Tree or something. Be a Chris Jericho and just keep reinventing yourself.
No, new gimmick each page. Next time we'll have this Mark create his own show or something. Oh wait, I can't talk about Mark. He's still in Argentina.
I was just about to say.
He's still in Argentina.
Yeah, it's hard to get back in the States now with the regulations.
Man, I tell you what. That guy.
So let me ask you this. There's another show that I've peeked in on every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the week, they do a show. And the question they ask all their viewers, this past week, what kind of wrestling fan were you?
In what sense?
Like just open-ended question.
An open-ended question. Like, man, it's been I'm a repetitive watcher this week.
Yeah,
like everything seems like it was repeating itself. Or, man, I've just been tired. It just made me tired this week.
Still other people's gimmicks. Okay, Dusty or Rusty there. Okay.
No,
I'm kidding. That's a good question though. Like there's a day goes by that some aspect of my life deals with wrestling. So 24/7. That's how I am.
I am too, but I've been lucky enough that I took a couple of weeks off, even though it was supposed to be 2 weeks of nothing. I've snuck it in a few times, but it's a good thing because I was able to get energy again. Because sometimes, like tonight, I didn't even watch SmackDown, which I catch the rerun. Sometimes, as much wrestling as I intake, I have to take some days and not think about wrestling.
Oh yeah, I can't do that. Not do that.
I mean, my TV at my house is either on NCIS or wrestling. So, I mean, I gotta watch it.
Rusty's papaing it. NCIS. I need to hear my stories, dang it, or wrestling.
Yep.
I'm bored.
Hey, NCIS Origins is good, so
I'll take your word for it, Rusty.
Well, I used to be the biggest Law and Order fan.
Ting ting.
But again, it's just, I think because there's so many wrestling organizations out there and stuff. So, like I said, I've catch myself as like, okay, I need a break, or hey, let me, or catch myself watching older stuff that I really like, or I do research and on promotions and try to figure out some of the newer guys and girls. So it just depends on where my mood is for that time and what I'm going through personally too. So
right, it's just how that feel of the moment, you know.
So you're talking about your story and stuff. One good thing about my daughter is if we're just sitting around watching TV, she'll just out of the blue, Dad, can we watch some old wrestling? And so I'll just turn on some old wrestling. She asks questions, and I'll sit there and talk to her about it.
Listen, if you live in Texas, it's got to be world class, right?
I mean, I just pull up YouTube, and I go to ESPN now. Then I also pull up on Samsung TV Plus, where they run 24 hours of nothing but old TNA and stuff. I'll just find something, and we'll watch a couple hours, and then tell her about it.
That's the way to do. My daughter's getting that way too. So educating the next generation.
Yeah,
but if you have a Samsung TV and it's connected to the internet, it's 2408 24 hours of TNA, nothing but old TNA stuff.
I think they have it on Roku too, don't they?
I was gonna say they got it on Roku, the same channel.
Okay.
And then another thing about Roku, which I like they have the new Mid Atlantic Championship Wrestling on there.
Yep.
And I think it comes on Tuesdays or Thursdays. I can't remember.
The next thing you know, Smoky Mountain Wrestling's going to make a big comeback. Then,
well, the Smoky probably won't because
I know because
WWE got that,
and Kazana they're down in Knoxville now, so it'd be nice.
Yeah, but
I would love to see a Smoky Mountain reunion. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
with Smoky Mountain and Mid Atlantic, and with all of these let's say AEW, WWE, TNA people just going to do independence now, are they trying to pull those people in to get more viewers, or how does that work?
Well, I mean, we'll compare that to films for just a second. People want to go see nostalgia. And that's exactly what they want to see with wrestling too. They want to see nostalgia. They want to see some of these older wrestlers come out, which with wrestling, it's a double-edged sword. You want to see that, but you also want to see the next generation come up too.
Well, and it's name value. And you definitely, if you can get a name that it has been on a bigger stage, you're going to bring in more local people who will come in to see that person. Just exactly. Like, I mean, hey, if it's just say Sting decided to pop in somewhere, they would triple their show ticket sales because everybody knows Sting.
Who?
And maybe you get a chance to take a picture or whatever. So recognition definitely matters.
The bass player from the Police, that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep. Because I say now with Busted Open being 24 hours a day now on Sirius XM, I mean, we got Bishop Dyer, Nick Nemeth, Thunder Rosa, Tommy Dreamer, Bully Ray, Mark Henry, Jonathan Coachman's on that channel now. And Bishop Dyer is talking about taking a 14-hour flight to another country to wrestle in a promotion. So he's talking about that promotion on the show, trying to hype them up. Right. So you think that's also helping the independents doing it that way?
Yes and no, because not everybody has Sirius XM.
Well, and just to put a name out there, and it's a word of mouth because now we're talking about that, and maybe later on I get off here, I'm like, hey, let me see what promotion he was talking about. So it's always good to have word of mouth, and let's never doubt the power of people talking.
Right.
One great example. Look at the wrestling over in Africa, that league that they just took off, and then Cody Rhodes helped get them a ring, and they got donated titles, and it's built up just like when Jericho went over to I think it was Korea.
Yep.
And so you never know who or what can bring eyes to your product and what you're doing.
Because I'm going to be checking out. Mark Henry bought and owns All Caribbean Wrestling now.
Really?
So I'd like to try to find out where I can watch some of that because he owns that now.
Yeah. So speaking of Mark Henry, it's not really Mark Henry who said this. I read something today that freaking Conan was trying to say that in 5 to 10 years, Dominic Mysterio is going to be the biggest star, the best in the world, biggest star in wrestling. I'm like, I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't. No, I won't even give it that. I give it 2 years. the rate that kid's going and his natural charisma, come on.
5 years.
So you're talking about Dominic. I
Yep.
got a feeling Ray has never held that AAA Mania title. How much you want to bet it's going to be title versus career, Dominic and Ray, and Dominic's going to retire his dad?
Now that would be good. That would be something pretty cool. And then we could finally see Ray get off TV for a little bit, or for a while.
I could see Ray. Well, I see Ray going to AAA and helping out and doing booking and all different stuff. I think they may give Ray one run.
They'll give him probably a quick run, then Dom will win it right back.
I can see that.
Because this whole King of the Luchadors thing, dude, it's the kid's got it. I said it whenever I first seen him wrestle. I'm like, okay, here comes a Nepo baby. Let's see how it goes. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
tall and lanky as he is, the kid's good.
Who in the world would have ever thought that the match between his first match with Seth Rollins would catapult him to where he is today?
That is true. That is true. Well, gentlemen, I think I'm going to call it a night. We're running this a little bit early. Bear, where can the fine people find you at?
You can find me mostly on YouTube. I'm on TikTok a lot more. I'm on X a little bit. As my buddy Sat would say, Google me and you can find me. I'm all over the place. But
Are we gonna get some TikTok dances from you?
You never know. You never know. But definitely want to mention in January and February, these are two special months. January is Wrestling Podcaster Appreciation Month. I'm going to have so many different podcasters learn their stories, talk to them, why they do what they do, and give y'all a bunch of different varieties of podcasters where y'all can follow them. And in February, I am going to do a promotion appreciation month, trying to get all types of different promotions. I can say on both ends, I've been very surprised and blessed that I have gotten a lot of people who are willing to do the shows, and I'm happy about that. So yeah, I'm going to be all over the place and going to be day in, day out. Only days I will take off are the weekends.
Have you got your time and date yet for Joe for January?
What's that?
For Bears Podcast Appreciation Month?
Oh no, I wasn't invited.
Yeah. Okay.
I wasn't. People know
the pot
so much they can probably quote it verbatim right now. but I was on Bear's show not too long ago, actually.
Yes, sir.
But Rusty, when you're out of hiding, where can the people find you?
I mean, just I think we're on a hiatus right now with our watch along on Monday nights. So just Rusty Roman at Facebook is pretty much where you can find me. And I said I'll just promote what I can promote and talk to whoever I can talk to.
The hiatus was Brock's idea. Anywho,
I would give him that idea.
All right. Well, in a couple of weeks, you all can find me right here. Triple Crown Wrestling back to the Old Ferguson Gym, December 6, 2025. Doors open at 6:30. Admission is $12. That's right, the Old Ferguson Gym in Ferguson, Kentucky. Triple Crown Wrestling action. You can come say hi to me. I am back full-time commentating with this company, and it's just been a blast. Me and Keenan's been tearing it up, and I may say we're going to give ourselves a pat on the back because we're dynamic duo. There we go. That's all I'm going to say.
Are you the Michael Cole or the Wade Barrett?
No, it's not Michael Cole or Wade Barrett. It's he's Jerry the King Lawler. I'm Jim. Well, I wouldn't say Jim Ross. I'll say Tony Schiavone. Kind of like that all pairing. But you can follow the Joe Monroe Show on YouTube, Facebook. You can follow Joe Monroe on TikTok at Joe Monroe 94. Bear's been holding down the Spotify's for the WSN and for not only just my show, but for all shows with WSN. Bear's been kicking butt over there. So you can find me on Spotify. With that being said, if you can, go check out the recent episode of the History of Professional Wrestling, where we talk about Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. Again, thank you all who supported last week's episode with Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Geez Louise, I didn't expect that to come out the gate like it did. But if you love and support professional wrestling, keep supporting it, keep loving it.
It's bear proof. It's bear proof because I am big person on history, and if it ain't right, I will call it out.
Yeah, except for the time I proved you wrong.
yes, you did. It was a good one too.
Yeah.
Well, you need a credit graphic, or it just comes up and stamps it on the screen when you say that.
Oh yeah, Paul.
But yeah, if you love professional wrestling, keep spreading the love, keep spreading the joy of professional wrestling. But if you're going to be a troll and you act like you ain't got nothing better to do with your life, shut up and enjoy professional wrestling. Other than that, I ain't got anything else to say. You all take care. We'll see you next week. Goodbye and have a good weekend.
See y'all.
Did you like the video? Don't forget to go like, subscribe, and follow us on all of our social media outlets. We'll see you next time.